Hey guys, this is 9000 Awesomeness here, and today we're going to be doing a new 1.16 snapshot. This is 20W11A, and there are some new features that are added into the game. So yeah. So first, before I get into the Nether, I want to say that when you spawn piglins in the overworld, which you could spawn in the overworld and they turn into zombie pigmen. But when they turn into zombie pigmen, they actually still have their armor on. As you can see, look, he's still got the gold helmet on. Yeah, the piglin will still wear the helmet when they turn to zombies. So, yeah, and the seed is called Middle Malcolm, kind of like the show Malcolm in the Middle. So, yeah. So let's get into the Nether. They add some pretty cool stuff in this snapshot. Um, so yeah. So yeah, we spawned in like a little cave right here. And the new features are over this way. And yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit of new stuff and new plants and yeah, and you'll probably see this block right here. This is gold ore in the nether gold ore, and you can find it within the nether. And I'll find an area where there's gold ore, like right here. See, look, there's gold ore right here. It's pretty frequent, like it doesn't spawn as much as quartz does though. But yeah, you can get gold in the nether, so things finally make sense about how the piglins get gold and how they have gold in their fortresses. And there's endermen everywhere. So yeah, that's gold ore. You can, smelt it and, make gold tools. I still wish you could make, I still think you should be able to make netherrack tools, so you could be able to mine this gold ore, mine the gold ore with netherrack tools, even though it will probably be weaker than stone, and stone can't mine gold ore. But yeah, it works just like normal gold ore, pretty much. Yeah. I think I've explained a lot about the gold ore. So yeah, and next, right here, soul sand slows you down. You walk really slow on soul sand. It's pretty much slow sand. And right here, you can get this new enchantment called soul speed. And practically, when you walk on the soul sand now, it has this really this speed sand effect now. And actually, as you can see right here, there are particles that pop out of the soul sand. And this also works with soul soil as well. And let's see, let me see when I walk backwards, you'll see the particles. Yeah, they're little ghosts coming out of the, little souls coming out of the sand. They were trapped in there for so long, and they're finally getting to their escape. Yeah, and as you can see as well, soul sand, you could place doors and well, I didn't place doors on this one. You can place rails and redstone on there, and before you can't. And you can also place it on layered snow, like the flat snow. And get out here, Enderman. Get out! Get out of here, Enderman. Get out. So yeah. And you probably see, what is this vine right here? What are these plants? These are called twisted vines, and they spawn in the warped forest. So the warped forest has their vines now, and interesting thing enough, they actually grow upwards. Like, the weeping vines grow downwards, and these ones grow upwards. And actually, also, when climbing vines, they have climbing sounds now, kind of like the ladder. When you climb up that has a sound. And now climbing up vines, and any kind of vine has a sound, which is pretty interesting. So yeah. And yeah, there's not a whole lot in the snapshot, but pretty important stuff that has happened. It's pretty cool. And yeah, you can actually bone meal them now. You can bone meal vines now. Not regular vines, you can't bone meal those. You can bone meal weeping vines, twisting vines, and you can also bone meal kelp. which is pretty interesting. You can bone meal kelp in the game. Like, you know, you just go to an ocean and you can bone meal kelp. So, yeah. And another thing right here, hoes can mine more types of blocks. Hoes have been getting a lot of attention in this update, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, you can now mine any of these types of blocks, you know, like shroom lights, hay bales, targets, and kelp, dried kelp blocks, all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. And yeah, let me go back into creative. So these Endermen don't attack me. But yeah, you can now throw projectiles onto a bell instead of just right-clicking the bell. You can just throw stuff at it and then it'll ring. And like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting now with bells and stuff. So, yeah. And I like these vines too. I've actually had a dream that the Nether would have plants sticking up like this, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And it finally came true. And I threw snowballs at it. So, yeah. And now there's some bug fixes now, actually. There's some there was a bug where piglins or hoglins, when attacking you, they wouldn't stare at you. Let me get a wither skeleton. They wouldn't stare at the target when attacking. They would just kind of look nowhere while attacking. Let me get a wither skeleton and see. Like, he would like aim at the wither skeleton. Like before, he would just like look nowhere. And yeah, and the same thing happened with hoglins too. Those are fixed as well. So yeah, and there's another bug where you couldn't rename items with an anvil, but you can do that now. As you can see, you can rename a piglin or any item. Simmy. I want to name it Sammy. His name is Sammy. Sammy the piglin. And he walks slow because he doesn't have the boots. And actually, the way to get those that enchantment, I think it's from bartering. I haven't really seen it from an enchantment table or anything. But you could still get, you know, the enchantment from like the enchanted book on creative mode. So yeah, another bug with end gateways, they wouldn't teleport you properly, and you know, things would get all messed up. Well, you know, things wouldn't get messed up. It just wouldn't teleport you to the other islands of the end when putting an ender pearl in the end gateway. So yeah, that's been fixed. There's another bug with fire. I didn't know this was a bug. I thought this was a feature where if you were to break it, it would have the particle effect. I actually thought that was a feature at first, but I guess it was a bug. So yeah, that apparently was a bug. It wasn't a feature at all. So yeah. So yeah, not a lot of features in this snapshot, but a pretty important stuff that has came in the Nether. They also said they were going to be focusing on redstone as well, so they might change redstone a little bit. Probably not a whole lot, but like maybe a little bit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, goodbye guys.